The WNBA continues to fail to meet the moment. Terrible decision to allow Marina Mabrey to stay in the game. People are watching as never before, and this is what they see.
A newly surfaced audio recording has unveiled exactly what Marina Mabrey said to Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. And frankly, it's not just disappointing, it's utterly reprehensible. The WNBA is facing a serious respect issue, and its brightest star has become the latest casualty in a league that seems unable or unwilling to defend the very woman who's been pivotal in pulling it back from the brink of irrelevance.
Look at me.
Temperance player, but cooler edge prevailed.
Hey!
He was up 10 at this point.
Hey, we would have been crashing that team.
Courtney, if somebody ever tackles you like that,
nobody would ever tackle me like that. They would play with Bridget like that, and then we would have to like take it up there.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying.
Nobody would ever play with me like
if that ever happened, you better crash out behind me, because I'm crashing out behind you. We can share the same jail cell.
Marina Mabrey didn't just casually collide with Caitlin Clark during that intense June 17th matchup. It was anything but accidental. The leaked audio paints a troubling picture of a player who believes she can act without accountability, directing her hostility at the very athlete elevating the league's profile and her own paycheck. Most alarming of all, she was caught on tape hurling expletives immediately after slamming the WNBA's biggest star to the floor.
So it's really people out here defending Marina Mabrey for Madden hit sticking Caitlin Clark to the floor, saying that she's just protecting her teammate. For one, it involved Caitlin Clark and JC Sheldon. They had their little spiel before that. And then JC Sheldon scratches Clark in the face, then invades her space after that. Clark pushes her away because of that. And then Marina Mabrey comes get involved and Madden hit sticks her to the floor, man. And y'all just like she was protecting her teammate. But then Sophie Cunningham is getting called vile and disgusting for dropping JC Sheldon to the floor and dragging her by the hair. So Sophie Cunningham can't stick up for her teammate, or else it's vile and disgusting. But Marina Mabrey could get involved in something that didn't involve her, and it's just she was protecting her teammate.
The newly uncovered audio footage captures Mabrey during the Connecticut Sun versus Indiana game, casually doing the Millie Rock dance while voicing her unfiltered thoughts to teammates. This wasn't just trash talk, it was blatant, calculated disrespect aimed at the league's top star. And the worst part, it all unfolded in plain sight, unchecked and normalized.
Marina Mabrey shoves Caitlin Clark to the ground after she's slashed in the eye by one player, rushed by another. Like, I can clearly see why some of y'all teams in the WNBA are just not successful, bro. Like, y'all don't know how to act. We just gonna call it for what it is. Y'all don't know how to act. Like, there's basketball stuff, and then there's just completely playing.
But here's where things take a startling turn. Multiple sources have confirmed that the leaked audio came directly from courtside microphones, capturing Mabrey's exact words during the in-game review. Let that sink in. A player earning $26,667 a year, income largely made possible by the spotlight Caitlin Clark brings, was caught on mic dancing and cursing about knocking down the very person fueling her paycheck. It's not just ironic, it's jaw-droppingly disrespectful.
I am really trying to figure out why the entire WNBA acts like they hate Caitlin Clark. Maybe not the entire WNBA, but in tonight's game with the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun, it was a dead ball and Caitlin Clark literally got shoved to the ground. This tweet really sums it up. Marina Mabrey shoved Caitlin Clark to the ground. Again, it was a dead ball. She didn't get ejected from the game. If you watched the game, it was very evident. It looked like Caitlin got hit in the eye by a different player. Play is over, and then both of these players from the Suns come over and just knock her to the ground. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't understand why this is all happening to Caitlin Clark, who's brought so much attention to the league, frankly, revenue and viewership numbers. She single-handedly has made the broadcast rights.
If you're finding this eye-opening, go ahead and subscribe. The timing of this audio leak couldn't be more perfect. It pulls back the curtain on the WNBA's glaring hypocrisy, and frankly, the leak has earned every ounce of the backlash heading its way. Now, let's talk numbers. Because numbers don't lie, even if WNBA officials might. During her rookie season, Caitlin Clark was responsible for a staggering 26.5% of all league economic activity, spanning ticket sales, TV ratings, and merchandise. Games featuring Clark averaged 1.178 million viewers. Without her, that number plummeted to just 394,000. That's not a gap. It's a chasm. And it's the difference between Marina Mabrey having a career and Marina Mabrey fading into irrelevance.
I feel like we baby Caitlin Clark too much in the WNBA.
No, man. I think that transformative players, if that's the word, are generational players. You know, they come once in a lifetime, and she's that type of player, right? We've been watching it. We watched it first. Sabrina Ionescu, we thought she was going to be the one, and then Caitlin Clark came and did it bigger, right? We got these players that just do it bigger, and unfortunately, I'm not going to say unfortunately, but the players have been grinding and ain't seeing the love that she's been seeing. Now are like, you know, that ain't right. Like, we've been grinding, we should get that love, but she's a difference maker. She's somebody different. Like, the three wasn't cool till Steph Curry came. Right. You know, so it's that same type of thing that I think the WNBA is going through with Caitlin Clark, where it's like you got somebody that's so different and doing things in a different way than everybody else, and it's just going to take time for the rest of the league to be like, yep.
Marina Mabrey's reaction says everything about the WNBA's culture problem. When asked about her actions on Instagram Live, she gave an 8-word brush-off. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. No apology, no accountability. Just silence about knocking down the player keeping the lead afloat. Mabrey acts like the rules don't apply to her, demanding trades from every team she's joined and now stuck on one of the league's worst. Without cheap drama, no one would be talking about her. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark remains the reason anyone's watching.
Clark is the golden goose. Every game she is dropping golden eggs, and they are trying to strangle the golden goose to death. There's jealousy, there is hate. Everyone in the league seems to hate the fact that Caitlin Clark is making the league relevant. If I were advising Caitlin Clark, I would say start your own pro basketball league for women. I don't know why she benefits from the WNBA at all. She could go out, she is the draw for women's basketball, and set up her own league. She might even be able to own the majority of the league. She could probably become a billionaire. Set it up with far fewer teams. You play far fewer games. Heck, they did it with Live Golf. I think the audience would follow Caitlin.
Leaked footage from multiple games shows Caitlin Clark being physically targeted in ways that go far beyond basketball, and everything to do with jealousy. But the real story isn't just the abuse. It's who finally stood up. While Marina Mabrey was busy body-checking Clark and dancing about it, Sophie Cunningham did what no one else would. She stepped in. Cunningham was the only player with the guts to defend what's right. Clark is getting hit nearly every time she drives to the rim, and officials are just letting it happen. In a recent interview, Cunningham made it clear she'll do whatever it takes to protect her teammate, and she didn't hesitate to call out the refs for failing to do the same during the chaos.
But you know what? The greatest thing I saw tonight was Sophie Cunningham. Thank you, Sophie Cunningham was about to give. She's about to give her the Stone Cold Stunner, bro. I'm gonna put it right here, bro. She was gripping JC's shoulder and straight bumped her. She was straight grabbing her hair and was talking shit while doing it. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you become a teammate. That's a road dog. That's a real teammate, bro. She see what made me mad the play before. Howard, none of them jokers didn't stick up for Caitlin Clark, but that's how you stick up for Caitlin Clark. That's how you fight for your teammates. That's how.
While Marina Mabrey was flipping off fans and dancing after taking down Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham was ejected for defending her teammate. Mabrey got a technical that was later uprated, but Cunningham was thrown out immediately for standing up to the bullying. Instead of remorse, Mabrey posted TikToks mocking the situation with audio like, "Can't keep my hands to myself. I mean, I could, but why would I want to?" Meanwhile, fans are praising Cunningham for finally having Clark's back. What makes this even worse is that hypocrisy. Mabrey is attacking the very player keeping her employed. Clark's presence could drive up to $875 million in WNBA revenue by 2025. possibly over $1 billion. After she was drafted, Visit Indy saw a 501% spike in Fever page views. Hotel bookings now rise around home games, and a $75 million practice facility is being built, all because of Clark's impact.
As we watch the WNBA every day because of the way they play the game, because I love the WNBA, I love the way they play the game, but we really watch it because Caitlin Clark and everybody watching. Now listen, if I keep bumping her, knocking her down, might get her a concussion, you might hurt her for real. For 2 weeks, she was done with like a hamstring. She was down. 55% of the viewership was down. She comes back the next game, it's about 3 million viewers. Now let me tell you something. Growing up in the hood, they teach you this. Always protect the money. Y'all keep hurting her and all that. She's going for a year or two. Ain't nobody gonna watch it. If nobody watches, how y'all gonna make and generate money? Stop playing with that girl home. Look, y'all need to start doing is put them emails together with the commissioner, to the referees. Don't put y'all damn hands on Caitlin
Clark. Who is set to make WNBA players more money? Is it Angel Reese, the author of the Me Bound? The Me Bound that she's now going to copyright, and she's trying to get all the rights to it so she can glorify the Me Bound? Basically a made-up stat for someone who can't hit layups? No, it's not Angel Reese. Does Angel Reese help add to the legend that is Caitlin Clark? For sure. Caitlin Clark is going to print money for the rest of the